I'm experiencing some technical difficulties. My iPhone has been stuck on the Apple logo for like a couple hours now. I called AppleCare and they said that we need to restart my phone to factory settings. And in order to do that, I need a laptop. Well, I do have a laptop. I have a MacBook Pro, but it is from 2011 and it's not up to date enough to actually do this process. So I need to go to like Best Buy or AT&T or somewhere to have them reset my phone to factory settings and hope that that works. I knew I needed to get a new laptop. That's the laptop I had in college. It's a great laptop, but I've been editing my videos for yesterday and the day before on it, and it is a dinosaur. The footage is even like lower resolution than when I edit on my iMac, just because it's so old. Like the footage doesn't convert right. I don't know. It takes forever. It's glitchy. I need a new laptop, but it turns out I might need a new phone first. I have to have a phone. Like, this is how I run all of my businesses, how my clients get in touch with me, how my Airbnb, how I communicate with my Airbnb guests, how I communicate with you guys, how I do my YouTube stuff. So like, I need a phone. Let me check my phone. Maybe it magically turned on. No. Still like this. So I'm at AT&T. We're gonna go in and see what they say. Joy, freaking joy. Couldn't really help me over at AT&T. My phone is still doing this thing. So I'm here at Best Buy and it's in the mall. You guys, I haven't been in a mall in forever. And I just realized that it's like 2 weeks before Christmas and it's packed. I haven't seen this many people since pre-COVID. My goodness. They got my phone working again. I'm in Best Buy and I'm like oogling over all of these Viking products. Okay, let me ask this guy something. I feel like I'm roaming in like a land of ancient civilization. This is weird. You guys, look. When was the last time you went and saw a mall Santa? This is crazy. Should I go sit on his lap and ask for a new computer? I've been an okay girl this year. Please, Santa. I got my phone back. Oh, I'm so happy I did not have to buy a new phone today. I was not ready to do that. The Geek Squad at Best Buy, spectacular. They totally helped me out quite a bit. Well, that was quite the day. I kind of had a hankering to make some yummy, tasty, like Christmassy treats. So I stopped by Adam's. It's one of my favorite grocery stores on the planet. And I got all of my little supplies to make some caramels and some turtles, chocolate turtles. So that's what we're gonna do right now. I made caramels. It's so weird. I say caramels as like the individual candies, but I say like caramel latte. Like if it's an adjective, it's caramel, but if it's a noun, it's caramel. Do you guys do the same thing? Or am I just really weird? That's a big possibility. But I got all the stuff. So we're gonna do them now. I made caramels last year and they turned out pretty good, so I'm gonna make some more. So we're gonna do like this type of pan, I guess. Turn it to medium. I'm gonna add 2 sticks of butter. I got a little butter boy right here. Can you see him? Can you see him? I see your little nose. We're gonna add 4 cups of sugar. So 2 cups of light corn syrup. That is 16 ounces, so just this whole thing. Last year I used like a big stock pot to do this, and now I'm remembering it did like bubble up quite a bit. So hopefully it won't do that and this will work. So the main point to like every single caramel recipe is just don't let it burn. Keep stirring it and don't let it burn. So we just keep stirring this over medium heat for like 5 to 10 minutes until it boils, and then we will slowly add in our evaporated milk. You're gonna need 24 ounces of evaporated milk, and the recipe says to slowly add in each can, like take like 12 to 15 minutes to add in like each can. So it's gonna take me 30 minutes to add in the evaporated milk into the mixture. While that is coming to a boil, I'm going to go ahead and butter my little pans because I don't have parchment paper. If you have parchment paper, you can just put parchment paper down, but since I don't, I'm going to butter these really, really well. And I did read a blog last year, remember, that this woman prefers to butter her forms because the butter on the bottom of the caramel or whatever it is you're making is the first thing that touches your tongue. So instead of having it not have any flavor, have it be butter. So Okay. I'm getting a little nervous that this pan might not be big enough, so I have this one on standby, just in case. We are just starting to boil, so I'm gonna slowly stir in some evaporated milk. All right, so I don't think I recorded that at all. I transferred what was in here to in here because I just had a feeling it was going to boil over. So I just heated this pot up first so it wasn't going from boiling into a cold pot, so it just could continue the boiling process. So it seemed to have worked okay. Every minute I'm adding just another ounce in, so like an ounce a minute will give us a 12-minute dispersion rate, and I'm just continuously stirring it the whole time. Now we just have to continuously stir it for I think probably 25-30 minutes until it gets to 240 to 245, which is considered a hard ball stage. So you're supposed to have a candy thermometer for this. I don't have a candy thermometer here. I have this, which is probably like a meat thermometer. But I think it'll still work. So right now we're at 225-ish, 226. So we got a little ways to go. I'm just gonna continuously stir this, and then I'm going to do the ice water test. All right, it says we're at 232, so we're getting there, but we're gonna do the ice water test. So I'm just gonna put a little bit of caramel sauce into there, and it should, so it needs to reach hard ball stage, which is you can like get it and make a little ball. It's definitely not there yet. All right, so we just hit 240 on the thermometer. I'm gonna do the hard ball ice water test just to see where we're at. I put a little bit of the caramel sauce in there. Now we should be able to kind of ball it up. We are to hard ball stage. I'm just gonna let it go for like 1 more minute and we'll take it off the heat. Remove it from the heat. We're gonna add some vanilla. So I have my buttered little sheet, and I'm using this as kind of like a drip pan just in case I am messy with this. Pour it in here. Wow, that's a lot of butter. Ta-da! And then we can let this cool, and then we can cut them into little squares. And then this is what I'm gonna make my turtles with. So I'm gonna let this cool down just a little bit before I start to work with it. So for my turtles, I'm just gonna do like 4 or 5 pecans in a little mound. Just spoon some right on top. If you didn't want to make your own caramel, you could also just like melt down like store-bought little caramel cubes. You probably just melt them down like in the microwave and just pour that over your pecans if you wanted to do it that way. Now we're gonna melt some milk chocolate in the microwave. And now we're gonna microwave some dark chocolate for a drizzle. I'm gonna microwave this with a little bit of cream so it can be a little bit thinner. I think my little treats turned out really, really well, I hope. I put them in the fridge, I'm gonna let them chill overnight, and then we're gonna test them out in the morning. So I'll see you in the morning. The little turtles came out so well. They're so cute and super, super yummy. Definitely, highly, highly, highly recommend this little recipe. Just a regular sheet of caramel on the other hand came out a little bit weird. This is a different recipe than I did last year. I think this recipe had a lot more butter because the butter rose to the top and kind of congealed. The recipe that I made last year did not do that. I mean, it's still super, super tasty. I mean, they're still cute, tasty little caramels. The salt got a little bit weird on the top, So I'm gonna try to find the recipe that I made last year. I'll show you some pictures of how those caramels turned out last year. I mean, they still taste wonderful. They just don't look as good. Now, if you wanted to wrap them super cute, you could give these as gifts. You just take some wax paper or some parchment paper, put a little square in there, roll it up, and twist the ends. You got your little candy caramels.